Hey guys, let me show you how I buy and resell vinyl records locally. Well, first of all, I'm Andrew from 510 Books. I'm in my garage. Usually don't make videos here, but I have done it a couple times in the past if you look at some of my older videos. But it is Wednesday, January 5th, 2022, around 1:30 in the afternoon. And just picked up my kids from school, so now I'm at home. My daughter's injured from playing soccer. Anyway, so that's fun, but wanted to share with you some records that I picked up yesterday. I actually found them on Facebook Marketplace and messaged the person, and I was surprised they responded quickly and then wanted to set up a time to meet. So I met them yesterday, found them, messaged them, met them, bought the records. I have been reselling records for quite a while. I actually started reselling records on Amazon, FBA. I would send them in FBA, did really well with that. Problem with records are, when it comes to selling them, whether it's Amazon or eBay, is there's a lot of little details that's important to know about. You know, the pressing and, you know, what do you call it? The genre, you know, just there's a lot of little details that go into it. Also the condition of the record, the condition of the inner sleeve, the condition of the cover, all that stuff you have to take into consideration when you are sending it into Amazon, listing it on eBay. Fortunately, I haven't had really any issues with selling them on Amazon or selling them on eBay even. I don't believe I've gotten one back returned to me, or even anyone saying that there was anything wrong with it. Of course, anything can be damaged in the mail, of course, through the U.S. postal system, but no one complained or said that it wasn't in the condition that the photo showed, or that I said in the condition notes, either on Amazon or on on eBay. So that's been good. I always err on the side of caution and making sure that if you say if it's a good copy, then maybe it's actually a very good copy. Or if it looks really pristine, that maybe it's very good instead of like new, or near mint, or that type of, you know, using that type of terminology. But yeah, so I've been selling them for a while. Now what I do is the majority of the records that I resell, I do it in my in my local sale at my warehouse. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to be start doing my sale weekly. And so hopefully I'll be getting in more stuff in general, but also more records, because the more I'm open, I find that the more people bring me, the more things that people bring me, either to donate or looking to have me buy them off of them. But the way that I've gone about lately reselling records is, aside from, you know, having my own local sale, and my name is getting out there, and I've been doing it for a couple of years, and people have learned about me, and I have clientele and people that come back, that kind of thing. Aside from that, of course, which is not something that everybody wants to do or can do, you really have to utilize the local market. So you've got to look on OfferUp, you've got to look on Facebook Marketplace, and you even have to look on Craigslist and any other type of local market that you have there. Maybe some local Facebook groups that you can be a part of, where it's buying and selling, maybe, you know, whatever it may be, or even people just, I know there's ones that people are giving out stuff for free. I don't see records very often, but, you know, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this locally. Of course, it helps if you tell people what you do. If you have a business card, and even if you don't have a business location, and your business location is your house or where you live, your office, it's still a good idea to tell people what you do and to pass out a card. At least they're pretty inexpensive to get printed up, you know, 20 bucks or so, you can print up some cards. But what I've been doing mostly is either OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, and it really is, the key here is just being persistent and looking every day, multiple times throughout the day, even setting up alerts, which I found can help sometimes, and sometimes they won't help, in the sense that if you have an alert for records or vinyl records, it might come in a little bit late and then you'll miss out. So for instance, I got an alert on OfferUp, and it showed there were some new vinyl records out there, or postings on OfferUp for vinyl records. And I went to one and it had just been posted like 25 minutes before, according to the app. And I contacted the person right away. And they had, first of all, the price was great. It was almost like $1 a record. It was like 90 records for like 90 bucks around there, I think. And a lot of great titles, and they looked to be in great condition, at least the covers did. And so I tried to jump on that, but it turned out that someone else had already got to them within those 25 minutes. So sometimes it's just bad luck, and you can be on there, and I found stuff that have just been posted minutes before, and I'll contact the person and I'll be the first in line, especially for stuff that's competitive, like records, like video games. There's a lot of other people out there looking for that stuff, either to resell or for themselves personally to use. So alerts can help, but they don't always guarantee that you're going to get to it first, even if you go there right away. Sometimes it's just luck, and it's just being persistent and consistent about looking through that stuff every single day. I would say do it in the morning, do it midday, do it in the afternoon, do it at night, do it many times, minimum 3 to 6 times a day, if you really want to find some of that stuff. Now, am I doing that every single day? No, not necessarily, just because I have a lot of other stuff to do. But when I really say, oh, I really want to find some records, I really want to find some video games, then I can just go for it. And usually, sometimes it'll take days, a week. But if I'm looking every day, in between doing everything else that I'm doing, I'll usually find something. I found that with video games is I wanted to build up my inventory, my local sale inventory, and get repeat customers, so they would see that I have a bigger inventory of video games, that I have new stuff coming in. And so I just started looking for them like crazy locally, and lo and behold, I've made some great buys that have led to building up more local clientele. So same with records. So these ones I found found through Facebook Marketplace, contacted them. Turned out, interestingly enough, that it could lead to more in the future, possibly. So the woman that I spoke with cleans houses, and she gets a lot of houses that are going up for sale. So dealing with real estate. So I guess she has real estate agents that have her go to the house and clean it up so that they can show it to potential buyers. And a lot of times, which you may or may not know, but this is a good tip, is real estate agents are often taking over homes that have lots of stuff left there. Often there's a lot of books. That's one of the most common ones, and also just lots of other media. They'll leave behind books, they'll leave behind CDs, DVDs, records. I don't know about video games, but records is one as well. So this is what she does, and she comes across stuff like this. So she said, I gave her my card, and I said, hey, please contact me when you come across some more stuff. And she said she would. We'll see. No guarantee she'll contact me ever again, but that's what I mean. Pass out your card, let people know, and maybe out of 10 people, you'll find that one person or those 2 people who will bring back stuff to you consistently. Maybe it'll take more than 10 people. Maybe you have to do it 20, 30 people until you find somebody, or a couple of people that will keep bringing you new stuff. Because whether it's they're going to give it to you for free, or whether donate from their own house, garage, storage unit, or whether they're going to sell it to you, you need that to have consistent inventory. Of course, you can always go to thrift stores and all that stuff, and estate sales, and of course garage sales. But this is another way, which is just like fairly close to just going to garage sales, because that's what essentially people are doing, is just trying to get rid of stuff for cheap. But anyway, so these records overall are not in great shape. This one happens to be one that is. I'll be sure. That's, I believe, either late 80s or 90s. But most of them are not in that great condition. They are more like this. Bad company, run with the pack. See, it's got what they call ring wear on the back and front. So a lot of them also have some split edges. This one doesn't, I don't believe. And just a lot of fraying on the end. edge wear, that kind of stuff. This is not too bad. There's others that are worse off, but there is a good amount of classic rock and stuff from the 70s, a little bit of 80s, a couple of 90s, and some 60s as well. Here's another one in excess, great one. But well, I can only use one hand right now, but it has ring wear. Let's see. Also, I looked at a bunch of the records, and some of them do have some wear, but this one's pretty good actually. So it's kind of a mixed bag, but there was enough in there that were in enough good shape that it was worth the buy, and also to build a relationship. So I'll definitely make my money back. Probably make a little bit of profit, but it's more about building the relationship, and also just keeping, for me, but it should be for you, for me, for my local sale, to keep stuff coming in. The two hardest things for me to find, the one that take the most work, are video games and records. I can find lots of DVDs and Blu-rays, lots of CDs, lots of books, but those two are the ones that I find where people will really spend the most money on. I mean, buyers that come to my sale, like they're willing, if it's you know, a good item I have, and I'm always pricing stuff below what it goes for online, in good enough condition, they're going to buy it, you know, so they're fanatics. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so I just recommend, or highly recommend, if you're going to find stuff, look for like records in this example to resell, either online or locally, is to buy them in bulk. Look for those people that are just looking to get rid of them, make a little bit of money, and then you have enough profit built in there so you can turn around and resell those however you're doing it, either on eBay and Amazon, or if you have a local sale, swap meet, flea market, like I do, a local sale, whatever it is. So keep that in mind, just a few tips. Let me share with you the records that I bought. Here they are, this bag, and then this crate. So there's a lot of good titles. UFO, Jefferson Starship. No, not Smothers Brothers. What is that one? Bob Dylan, Billy Joel, UTFO, Surf Punks. I don't know, that sounds interesting. Blue Oyster Cult. So there's some classic rock stuff. Alice Cooper, but as you can see, the cover is really bad. New edition, I thought that was cool. Loved, oh, Diana Ross, Pretenders. So there's some cool stuff. AC/DC. So that's why I wanted to buy this lot. There is some unique stuff that I haven't resold before. What was I going to say? The other thing to consider was, I'm blanking right now, unfortunately. But yeah, I would recommend taking a look at the records just to make sure, number one, they're not warped. Number two, they're not cracked. Number three, they don't have a lot of scratches or wear on them. It's okay to have some surface wear, some light scratches, smudges, that kind of stuff. But if they're deep scratches where you can run your fingernail across and feel it easily, that's going to be a problem. It's probably going to not play well. So so take that into consideration. Of course, the covers, the better they are, the more money you can get for them. Sometimes though, people are willing to accept this level of wear on a cover because the record is in great shape. Now, I'm not going to be able to sell it for as much as I could if this was in excellent condition, of course, but the cover is intact. It's there. Even if it has some split seams, even if it has a good amount of wear, it's still part of the deal. So keep that in mind as well. Thank you guys for watching. I want to request, if you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up, because it turns out YouTube looks favorably upon that. If you watch a video and you give it a thumbs up, that helps me to get out there to more viewers and more people to find me, as well as, if you're not a subscriber, please become a subscriber. It's 2022. My plan is to keep on making videos, so keep watching, and I'll talk a lot more about reselling and what's going on with my business. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.